Hey guys, hey guys, welcome to Haunted but True Story Time, where the stories are true, but the characters are fan, family, and friends. You guys, if you're new to my page, please hit that subscribe button in the corner of this video, and also hit that bell button so you can be notified when I go live or drop a video. If you're a part of the replay game, please close the door when you come in because I don't know why your family that's always here live forget to do that. But if you guys could, please close the door. And if you would like to be included in story time and you're a part of the replay game, you can just send your auntie a tip through super thanks below this video and you can be included. Thanks in advance. Now, to say hello to everybody that's actually here but ain't closing auntie's door, let's go. Let's see. Hey, Keita. Hey, Kay. Hey, Reality. Hey, Jasmine. Hey, Trucker. Trucker, are we driving? Or are we parking tonight? Let me know. Hey, Jamaica. Jamaica, you been missing in action for a long time, honey. You missed my birthday and everything. But welcome back. We left the lights on for you. Hey, Cherry Blossom. Hey, Miss D. Hey, Sweet Tea. Hey, Stephanie. Sister, what did you get me for my birthday? Because I've been calling and checking. This thing got no packages, so maybe I've already got it. Can you let me know what you got me for my birthday so I know if I already got it? Um, hey Chastain. Hey Sweetie. I'm at Lulu's volleyball game. Okay. All righty. All right. That's cool. That's cool. Let's see. Okay. Hey Reality. Hey PT. Hey Havy. Um, oh man, Havy. Well, stay away from me. You don't want to catch it. I mean, take care of your baby, but keep your distance. Um, but I hope they feel better soon. Hey Kay, hey Nakia, hey Aaliyah, hey Strawberry. You been missing too. I ain't get no birthday gift from you either. All this family that's gonna die, y'all. Yeah. Okay, so trucker, you driving? Okay, trucker, don't touch the phone. Okay, leave the phone alone. Leave where it's at. Hey Reese, hey Gemini. Let's see who else. Yep. Okay. All right. So I said hello to everybody that was on time to class. Other people gonna show up late. And you already know it. So yes. Alrighty, guys. So tonight you guys get one story. I only had enough people for one story, so you guys get one story tonight. So I ain't gonna hold you probably like 30, 45 minutes. I'm not gonna hold you guys though. But this is the time where you get your cakes, your snacks, your pies, your cookies, your chips, your hot wings, your fish, your chicken, whatever case you may be, whatever you eat. This is the time where you get that and bring it to your device so you don't have to move. Put your coochie critters in a room to themselves, put it on, make stuffing or whatever they want to watch. Throw a couple Capri Suns in the deal, and you should be good for 30, 45 minutes. Hey Deja and Keisha. Hey Ryan. Yes, y'all come on in, get situated, get seated, get put where you gotta be. Yes. So while you guys do that, I'll be letting everybody else know. Oh, yes, girl, I got the waist beads, bitch. Thank you. High five, I got the waist beads, bitch. Thank you. Yes, girl. Oh, and they are so pretty. They are so pretty. The color is so pretty. I'm like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, they gonna be hating on me. Oh, oh, but thank you for the waist beads, love. Yes, I got the waist beads. They are beautiful. Thank you so much. Y'all already know if y'all want a waist beads. Y'all know y'all cousin got the waist beads. So, let me see. Sweet tea in the house. Not sweet tea line. She in the house. Thank you, Auntie. Yes, stay in y'all room. I'm gonna stay in mine. Right. Alrighty, guys. So while the family that's here that don't, while the family that's here that's pretty much know how things going, is getting their cakes and snacks and pies together. Everybody else that's new and would like to be included in story time, there are three ways you can be included in story time. Now, the first way you can be included in story time is by joining the family. Now, joining the family is a membership, but the smallest package that I have is $1.99. It's not expensive. It's not inflated. It's none of that shit. Okay, so it's none of that. Okay. Um, Now, the second way you could be included in story time is any tip over $10 will automatically get you put in a story time. Now you can send that tip through Cash App or YouTube, however you like to. It's on you. It doesn't matter. It's all gonna come the same way. Only difference is sometimes the Cash App come with a little shit talking depending on how the family feels. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And the last and final way you can be included in story time is by becoming biggest tipper. Now, biggest tipper starts at $35, and whoever goes over them, and then whoever goes over them, and then whoever goes over them. And at the end of the night, whoever has the biggest tip will be in three stories. So you guys got it, dog. Three ways you can be included in these story time. So you can be a character in these stories. So we're about to get ready to start in 1 minute. So everybody come on in, come on in. Like I said, we ain't got but one story tonight. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Start not to do it tonight because I ain't have but one story to do tonight. But I was like, they gonna want that one story. Thank you, Miss D. I'm like, they gonna want that one story. So let me get on that one story. I don't want nobody to cuss me out. I see you didn't use me in story time. Talk about you ain't got no people. You ain't use me. So yeah. Hmm. So yeah. I wanted to make sure I go ahead and give y'all that story. So don't nobody beat me up or come after me. I don't need nobody coming after me. Got enough things that we want to come after me. I don't need nobody else coming after me. Alrighty, guys. It is 7:40 here. It might be 8:40 where you are, 6:40 where you are, 9:40 where you are, wherever the case may be. Yes, this is the time where you go ahead and give them thumbs and let me know you are ready for story time. So go ahead, give them thumbs, give them thumbs. So I should have two thumbs for everybody. I should have a thumbs up of the live, and I should have a thumbs in the live. So thumbs up of the live and a thumb in the chat. Thumbs up of the live and a thumb in the chat. Give me two thumbs from everybody so we can get here start this story. So all donations that are made from this point forward will be going towards cheerleading, like we did last year, guys. So she's still in cheerleading. So yeah. I have the crystal ball right here. So I'll go ahead and take a few questions before we start. So if you got a question for the ball, you already know. Get your question together, put it in the chat. Y'all already know the ball is 99.9% accurate. So, any questions for the ball? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, she called me screaming. Who called you screaming? Okay. Is my new crush gonna be my babe? Let's see. It is a strong possibility. There you go. It's a strong possibility that your new boo, your new crush, may just be your babe. There you go. There you go. Let's see. Will I still be broke as fuck? All right, Nikia, let's see. There you go, Nikia. Ask later when the time is right. Aaliyah wants to know, am I getting my new apartment before September? There you go, Aaliyah. You should have your apartment before September. Will my friend be able to return back to work? Sorry, that friend is not going to be returning back to work, Jasmine. I do apologize, but you might want to get a number so y'all can keep in touch. Because according to the ball, she won't be clocking in almost. So just a bitch. Any more questions? Any more questions before we go ahead and start story time? Giving them thumbs, giving them thumbs, giving them thumbs. Hey Nicole, you've been missing the action too. You missed my birthday too, so you know that mean any story that you end up in, that ass gonna be dead. Ass gonna be rat back. I'm talking about chewed up, spit out, blendered, all kind of shit. That's what happened to everybody. That's what's gonna happen to everybody. It didn't get me nothing for my birthday, so yeah, I still love y'all. It's nothing personal. Y'all still my babies. All righty, no more questions. Okay, so y'all got y'all answers. All righty, give it a thumbs, give it a thumbs, give it a thumbs. How's your blood pressure been? I was ever worried about you sometimes. So I've been working on my blood pressure. I've been Googling things that could help. So I incorporated vinegar in my morning slam that I take, you know what I'm saying, that I drink. So I've incorporated, like vinegar. Um, it's like a drink that I make early in the morning. And it's been keeping my blood pressure pretty good. I haven't had any more spikes or anything like that. So yeah, it's like a morning drink that I drink that has like vinegar, lemon, lime, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that and mix it together and boom. I take that in the morning and yeah, last time I went to the doctor, blood pressure wasn't high, so it's working for me. Thank you, Keita. Thank you for the happy belated birthday, babes. But your ass gonna be rat back, bacon back too, boo boo, because you didn't get your auntie nothing for her birthday. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, But thank you for the birthday wishes. I love you. All righty, guys. We're finna go ahead and get this first and last story of the night started. So I won't hold y'all. So this story has Evelyn, Reese, Chastain, and Step Step. Evelyn, Reese with a C, Chastain, and Step Step. Are you ladies in the building? Hey, Lakeisha, you late. Hey, love, you late. Step, Step, Evelyn, Reese, Chastain. Okay, Evelyn's here. Chastain is here. Okay. Step, Step. Okay. Step, Step, and Reese. Okay, we got perfect attendance. Thank you, ladies. Not wasting my damn time sitting around waiting on y'all to come out the hallway from doing y'all X-rated things. Okay. Well, thank you, ladies. So I'm about to go ahead and start the first and the last story of the night, like I said. So this story, like I said, has Step Step, Evelyn, Reese, and Chastain. Chastain, I know how you like long stories, so I'm trying to drag it out for you. I'm gonna do the best I can, bitch. Don't hold me to nothing, but I'm gonna do the best I can. You got another cat. Ooh. All right, hot pocket tight. Two kids. Other pocket tight. Kids in college. Had to fly. This ain't what a college girl. I bet. I'm gonna see mine flying on their own. Hopefully, in a FedEx box. They ain't paying for no damn flights. Okay. Hey, Sabrina, you late. We miss you too, Nicole. Thank you for joining, love. But you late. All righty, so here we go. So Step Step, Evelyn, Reese, and Chastain. I hope you ladies like the story. Like to hear it go. Now, all four of these ladies met in high school, ninth grade, freshman year. They became like really good friends. So around 11th grade, year, they started dealing in like crystals. They started finding out about chakras, and they thought that stuff was like really interesting. So they would buy like, crystals and stone off the internet through like Amazon and stuff like that, to try to help with chakra balance. That's where it all originated from, chakra balance. Hey, Suki, you late. Can't believe you late. So, they got involved in, chakra balance. They wanted to learn how to balance their chakras and crystals and all of that stuff they found interesting. So one day, Step came to Evelyn Reese and Chastain and told them she had found a new crystal shop that she wanted to go to. And she asked them if they wanted to go on Saturday. So of course all of them was like, yeah, they wanted to go. So it was like, cool, it's a date. So Saturday came and they all met up at the mall. They did like a few hours of shopping and eating and all that stuff. And then afterwards, Step said, let's go to this new crystal shop I told y'all about. It's about 3 blocks down the street. Let's go to the crystal shop. So they was like, okay, cool. So they all walked these 3 blocks down the street to go to this crystal shop. Now, when they get to this crystal shop, it looks like somebody's house. It looks like somebody's house. So off the rip, Evelyn's like, bitch, did you bring us to somebody's house? And Steph's still like, no, this is a crystal shop. Chastain like, I'm looking it up on Google, bitch. And I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing on here about this crystal shop. Steph's like, trust me, it's a crystal shop. And she like, look, look. So Reese goes over there and she looks, and it's a small ass sign that say Poof Crystal Shop. It's like not crystal shop, but Poof Metaphysical Shop. So they're like, okay, bet. Hey, what's going on, Marcus? You late too? Hey, love. You late? So yeah, doctor's excuse from all the late people. Thank you. So they was looking at the shop. Of course, Chastain like, you sure we ain't finna go ahead and get murdered? Because I don't see this shit on Google. Instead of stuff like it's a small business. Maybe they don't know how to put it on Google. Maybe they don't know how to put their business on Google. Like I'm telling you, this is what it is. And Evelyn was like, I don't feel right about this shit. So Steph was like, you know what? Y'all can stay out here then. And she walked right into the house. And when they follow right behind her, when they get in there, sure as shit, it's a shop. So they looking, and this shop has oils, it has incense, it has herbs, it has candles, it has crystals, it has everything a metaphysical shop would have in it. Now they're going around the shop looking at stuff and everything. And Reese comes across this oil that she see that says attraction on it. And she's like, "Oh, I want this." So she grabs this oil. She's like, "Oh, I want to get this." And the lady at the front, like at the cash register, was like, "Baby, do you know what that oil is for?" And before she could say anything, everyone was like, "Yeah, we know what it's for. It's fine. We do research on this. We know what it's for." And the lady looks at Evan and she's like, I doubt your little computer would know anything about that because I made that myself." And this pissed Evelyn off. So Evelyn was like, well, my little computer can tell me anything I want to know. So I know for a fact what that is and what it does. Leave her alone. Reese looks over at Evelyn like, damn, why you being so snappy? You know what I'm saying? What the hell going on? But the lady just rolls her eyes at Evelyn. She don't say nothing else. Meanwhile, Chastain comes across candles. She's staring at the candles. You know what I'm saying? Step over there looking at the crystals and stuff. But out of all these candles up here, everything is like lucky blessings and lucky money. But one that catches Chastain eye says instant money. And she like, ooh, I want this one. It say instant money. I want this candle. So she grabs the candle. By this time, the lady said, baby, do you know? And before she could say anything, Evelyn cut her off again. Look, we don't need your advice on anything. We got this under control. Can y'all just hurry up? I don't even want to be in here no more. So at this point, Reese goes up to the cash register and she gives, pays for her oil, attraction oil, and put it in the bag. And the lady just looks at her like, if you need anything, yeah, we know. Evelyn, like, we know. So she walks off, Reese walks off with her bag, and then Chastain goes up with her candle. And she looks at the candle and she turns it around. She looks at Chastain and she said, you know anything about the deity that's on this candle? And before Chastain can speak, Evelyn cut out. We know. We can Google it. Just bring it up so we can go. By this time, the lady getting frustrated with Evelyn. She looks over and she like, your little friend mouth gonna get y'all in a whole lot of trouble. And Evelyn like, look, the only reason I'm still standing here is because they want to buy something out this piece of shit ass place. I don't want nothing out of here. So can you please just ring her up so we can go? So the lady rings up Chastain. She put Chastain counter in the bag and she hands Chastain her receipt. She tries to hand Chastain her card too, but Evelyn snatches the card out of her hand. She rips it up. We don't need nothing of you. We don't need nothing for you. Thank you. Thank you." And she rushes them on out the shop when they get out the shop. So like, "What the fuck wrong with you, Evelyn? Why you acting like that?" Man, I'm just saying she act like she know everything and she don't know every damn thing. Like, that's what Google for. If we need to know any information, we can Google it. We don't need her doing all that. Like she was trying to sell more shit. She was trying to lie to y'all and sell more stuff to y'all. We ain't coming here to get swindled. Okay, fine. Ain't nobody finna do my besties like that. Everybody lighting up. Oh, she was looking out for us. So Chastain said, "Well, I got the candle." And the candle say instant money. So how about y'all come spend the night on my house tonight? We like this candle and we all get a bag out this bitch. So everybody was like, hell yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Reese was like, I can bring my attraction oil. That should be able to attract more money to us. Now Evelyn and step out on clapping. Hell yeah. We gonna do it. We get in the bag. We gonna get the bag. And just call my mom, make sure it's okay. They reach out to their moms and parents and stuff. And of course, parents like, that's fine. You can spend the night. So they all, at Chastain house, and after dinner, they go upstairs. Okay, so what do we do? Reese was like, I think we should put the attraction oil on first, so we can go ahead and already have the vibe of the attraction of attracting money. Like that's what I think. What y'all think? They was like, yeah, let's do that. So Reese takes the little bottle and she shakes it, puts on couple dabs. Step, do the same thing, couple dabs. Chastain, couple dabs, couple dabs. When it gets to Evelyn, Evelyn pours the whole bottle on herself. Instantly, Reese get pissed off. Why you do that, Evelyn? What the hell? She like, stop acting. Y'all had some. Damn, it's not like y'all didn't get none. Quit tripping. Oh, Chastain like, just let it go. Just let it go, Reese. So like, okay, so what we do with the candle? She like, so we just light the candle and we all say we want instant money. Like we all take turns saying, I want instant money. And once everybody do it, we gotta keep the candle burning. We gotta let it burn out on its own. Like you can't blow it out. You gotta let it blow out on its own. Okay, cool. So they all sit in a circle and they light the candle in the middle of the circle. And everybody go, I want instant money. Evelyn, I want instant money. Chastain, I want instant money. Still, I want instant money. And before she could finish money, Chastain mama kicked the damn door in like SWAT. Boom! What the hell? Blow that goddamn candle out. It's time for bed. Ain't nobody finna set my damn house on fire. Blow the damn candle out, say your prayer, go to bed. Oh, she always ruining my damn fun. She closed the door. Evelyn, can we blow the candle out? I mean, we can. I mean, because it's a candle, we can always relight it tomorrow. Okay, cool. Blow the candle out. They all get on their knees on the edge of the bed and they start to pray, say their prayers. And as they start to pray, instantly they start to have like severe pain in their chest. Can barely breathe out of nowhere. It's like somebody was sitting on their chest. All of them start screaming. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Like they trying to get out the door. The chest thing, mama. I'm talking about flipping out. Chastain mama come running in. What the hell? What's going on? What's going on? They crying, they screaming about their chest is hurt. They can barely breathe. Chastain mama didn't know what the hell was going on. So she just picked up the phone and called everybody parent like, hey, something wrong with your baby. You might want to come get her ass, take her to the hospital. Something wrong. I gotta take my baby to the hospital. So of course parents rush over there and pick up their kids and go to the hospital. They get to the hospital, doctors can't find nothing wrong. Doctors say it must have been severe indigestion. It might have been heartburn. They like, no, we couldn't breathe. No, all of them saying the same thing. No, I couldn't breathe. Well, heartburn can do that. If it's really severe, it could do that. What did you eat tonight? Asking them questions like that, and they answer the question. But the doctors couldn't physically find anything wrong with them or why they had this pain in their chest and couldn't breathe. So everybody go home and the next day, of course, they still in the bed crying from pain. Somebody's chest still hurt. So of course, their parents decided to like turn to what they always turn to. So they get on their knees to pray. As they started to pray, these girls would scream bloody murder. Make them stop, stop, stop throwing stuff, kicking at their parents. Shut up, shut up. It's just hearing sounds, seeing shit, fearful, scared, running around their room, hiding from shit, screaming at sounds that nobody else could hear but them just ah, flipping the fuck out. Parents had no fucking idea what was going on. Like, what the hell is going on? Hair started to fall out. Evelyn's hair started to fall out first. And I ain't talking about a a couple strings and your hairbrush. No, I'm talking about handfuls of hair falling out, and she can't figure out why. She's hearing voices, she's seeing shit. None of them know what the fuck is going on. Every time they try to pray, every time a crucifix come into the room and they area touch their skin, it burns them blisters onto their skin. They are screaming, freaking out, try to take them to a church, screaming, freaking the fuck out, like the sun burnt them when they tried to get out the car to even step foot on church property. Parents didn't know what the fuck was going on. What the hell? This goes on for a couple of months. These girls are suffering. They ain't going to school no more. They are suffering, crying daily, pain. Doctors can't figure out what the hell going on. Nothing. This goes on for a couple months. They damn near bald head around this bitch, like fucked up, and don't nobody know what the hell is going on. Until one night when Reese was going through her spells of screaming. She's hearing shit and it won't stop, and the pain, and she was up watching Reese, keeping an eye on Reese, and she was listening to a late night radio station. And on this late night radio station, there was a lady on the radio that claimed to be a witch. The radio station people brought her on. This was like something like their little spooky hour or some shit. So the radio people brought this lady on that claimed to be a witch. So Reese's mom was listening to this radio program, and she hears what this lady is saying. She's claiming to be a witch. And at this point, Reese's mom is thinking, we've tried God, we've tried prayer. Let's see if we can figure out what the fuck is going on. So she decides to call the radio station, and she talks to the witch, and she tells the witch what's going on with Reese and her three friends, and all the symptoms that they're having, how they can't be around crucifixes, how if crucifixes touch their skin, it'll blister up, how they, freak out when, the people pray, and when they bring close to church and stuff like this. And the witch is listening to all this, and she tells her, she said, I don't know what it is, but there's something about your voice. I can hear something in your voice. Is it okay if I talk to you off the radio? And Reese was like, "Hell yeah, I need some answers." Reese's mom was like, "Hell yeah, I need some answers. Tell me what the hell is going on." So of course the witch talked to her, off the radio, and she asked, could she come out there and see Reese, Evelyn, Chastain, and Step. Like she wanted to see them. She wanted to see if she could figure out what was going on. And Reese's mom said that was fine. She can come out there. So Reese's mom reached out to, of course, the other parents to let them know. I found a lady that, she ain't you gotta open your mind to the shit that she's talking about. Like, we've tried everything Christ-like, now it's time for us to try other avenues to figure out what's going on with our kids. So, the parents all agreed, and they brought the girls over, and, of course, these girls done lost weight, hair falling out, eyes are sunken in, you can see their jawbones. It was just bad, like, something was eating them up from the inside, like, they had no idea what was going on. So the lady comes and she knocks on the door, and all the parents are there and everything, and all the girls are in the living room with their parent. And Reese's mom let her in, and she comes in and she just looks around the room, and she instantly asks the girls, "What have y'all been involved in?" And the parents are looking at the lady like, "What the hell is she talking about?" She looks at, all of them in the eye, Evelyn, Reese, Step. She looks at everybody. Chastain, she looks at them. She said, "What have y'all been involved in? Whatever y'all been fucking with is very powerful. What have y'all been involved in?" And all of them was saying, "Nothing, we ain't did nothing. Crystals and trying to balance our chakras, and that's the only new thing we really been involved in." The lady like, "No, this shit is deeper. This shit is it's different." She like, "This ain't no fucking chakra balance. This shit is different." And they sitting there like, I don't know." So she asked the parents, "When did all this shit start?" And Chastain mom being the one at home when all this shit kicked off, she told them, she said, one night they told them to say their prayer. They had a candle in the room, and I told them to blow it out and to say their prayers, and it dawned on everybody. And she could see it. The lady could see they knew what the fuck was going on. So she asked them again, "What have y'all been involved in?" So Chastain tells her, "I had bought this instant candle from this metaphysical shop, and we bought the candle. It said instant money." And the lady was like, "Instant money? That's what the candle said?" She was like, "Yeah, the shop we bought it from said instant money on it." And then Reese was like, "I bought an oil." I bought an oil that said attraction, on it, and the lady was trying to tell me, what it was, but Evelyn, wouldn't be quiet. Evelyn kept cutting the lady off, and Evelyn sitting over there missing the most hair, done lost the most weight. She's sitting over there barely breathing, like she didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. She was like, "A lot of y'all, I told y'all." So the lady is like, do y'all have the candle?" And everybody started to think like, what happened to the candle? Like, I don't know. That night they started to scream. We just rushed them to the hospital. We don't know what a candle is. They like, damn, we really need that candle. So she asked them, do y'all know, what was on the candle, what it said besides instant money? And Chastain said the deity name that was on the candle. And this lady eyes got big as shit. And she looked at all of them. And she like, "Are you serious? That's the deity that was that's the person that was on it wasn't Santa Maria." No. It was like, no, it was, and the lady was just like, "Oh my God, like who sold y'all that candle?" And they try to tell her it's a metaphysical shop. And the lady, in there, and apparently the deity that was on the front of this candle um is a very jealous deity, very jealous, very selfish. And once you come to her for anything, you can no longer worship anything but her. That's it. Like God is a very jealous God. Well, this deity is twice the money. She is a very jealous deity, and you're not allowed to worship any other God besides her. So she asked them, she like, did y'all ask for anything? And everybody just started looking crazy. Instant money that's on the counter. She just, do y'all know what a candle at? And everybody was just like, we haven't seen that shit since that night. And then she's like, I can't believe this. Like, I cannot believe she would sell y'all a candle like that. And it was like, she was trying to tell us, but Evelyn just like, that's not, no, that's not the name that was on the candle. So they were like, what's the name then, Evelyn? I don't remember, but that wasn't the name that was on the damn candle. I'm telling you, that wasn't the name that was on the fucking candle. And the lady was like, okay, so tell me what are y'all symptoms? And the parents started telling them like they can't hear, prayer. We can't pray around them. We can't take them to church. And after they named all these symptoms that the girl had been going through, how they had lost their hair, their weight since this situation, old girl confirmed it. Yes, the fuck it was that deity. She's like, most witches don't even worship that deity because she's so serious and powerful. Like, I can't believe a witch would sell y'all this. And then that's when Reese was like, well, she sold us the oil too. And she like, oil, what oil? And she was like, well, it was an oil. It said attraction. So I figured it would attract money. And the lady like, attraction? And she's like, yeah, it said attraction on it. And she's like the lady just like, oh my, like if you couldn't mix two of the worst shit together, like y'all just basically bought the fucking ingredients for the atom bomb of your fucking soul. Like she looking at them like, are you serious? And they like, yeah, it's supposed to attract money. She like, did the lady tell you that? And they like, no, Evelyn said that. And Evelyn's like, I never told y'all that shit would attract money. You said well, let's just use the oil to attract the bag. You don't remember? So now they arguing about who said what. Basically, the lady said that the attraction oil is only made up for people that want to hurt their enemies or want to bring harm or fear to their enemies. That's the only reason they make attraction, and it ain't to attract a man. It ain't a love potion. It's to attract evil spirits to a person. And these motherfuckers bathe in well, not everybody. Evelyn bathed in this shit. I guess that's why she had lost so much. She had been stressing much more than everybody else was. But she was just like, if y'all couldn't have mixed two worst of fucking things together, she like, so please tell me, can anybody remember where the candle is? We might be able to break this, but I need the candle. And it's like everybody jumps up and we gotta get to Chastain house. They flush everybody go to Chastain house. They tear Chastain house up. They can't find a fucking candle. Nobody in Chastain house remember throwing the candle away or nothing. It should be in Chastain room somewhere, but that candle was nowhere to be found. So the parents are like, "What do we do now?" And she basically tells them, "Y'all might as well start researching this deity because this is y'all child's new god. Like the first time your child ever tries to pray to God, you know, they're gonna be punished severely. The first time your child say on a whim, "Thank you, God," they're gonna be punished severely. So it's best that you get the research done on this deity and figure out how to please this deity because this shit, no, like y'all are stuck at this point. Unless y'all got that fucking counter that started all this shit, can't nobody do anything to help y'all. Like I can say, only thing I can say the best you do is go back to the person that sold you the fucking counter. You can try to go back there and see if that person will help you, but if they can't help you, your family is in for a world of bullshit. Like y'all might as well start researching this deity to find out, what this deity likes and how to please it. Because this is y'all new God at this point. You cannot thank God for nothing, not even in a joke. You will pay for it severely because she is very powerful and she don't play that shit. Just like that. And the lady left. She was like, "It's nothing more I can do for y'all. Like, that's it. I can't do nothing." They couldn't find a fucking camera. So of course, they decided to go back to the metaphysical shop. When they go back to the metaphysical shop, the house is empty. It's completely empty. Nobody's there. It completely empty. Can't find the lady that sold in the fucking camera. They know the lady used to be there because the card that she tried to give Reese that Evelyn ripped up, half of it was found on the floor, and it wasn't even the half that had her number on it. The lady was gone. The shop was gone. It was nothing more they could do unless they could find that lady. There was nothing more they could do but start learning how to worship this deity. So they tried going to other like metaphysical shops asking about it, and they got the same result. They tried going to like other, you know, people who was into like mediumship and stuff like that. The same answer. You better get into your research. You better get into your research. So now, as grown women, they don't worship God. They don't wear crosses. They don't pray. They worship this deity, and they've taught their children to worship this deity for fear that if their children pray in the house, they will be punished. So they don't teach them to pray. They don't teach them about God. They teach them about this deity, and that's who they worship now. And they can't. You know how we be joking and be like, "Oh my God, yeah." Say something like that if you want to. Fuck around with mumps in your throat, or some crazy shit like that. But apparently, this deity is very, 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 very powerful. And the instant money part of the candle, yeah, it came to. It wasn't no big bag like everybody was expecting, but it came to in different ways. I think um Reese's mom apparently overpaid her like insurance policy by like $7,000 or some shit. They overcharged her or something. So she got like this big lump sum refund check in the mail for like 7 bands that she overpaid. It came in like different ways. It wasn't like, oh, they hit the lottery or a bag just showed up. It came in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Mom got a phone, Chastain mom got a phone call from somewhere in New Jersey saying that she worked for a company back in the day, but she ended up losing that job. But she worked for them for like 7, 8 years, but she ended up losing the job and never thought nothing else about it. Well, apparently she had a 401k with this company that she didn't know anything about. So they reached out to her to let her know she had like this unclaimed 401k that she needed to claim before it expired. And she ended up claiming that, which brought her like 21,000, dollars in a lump sum to her. So it showed up. The money did come. It just came in different ways. But this shit happened to them almost 15 years ago. And these girls have been worshiping the same deity for 15 years. They have not spoken of God in 15 years. Like no way, shape, form, or fashion. Have they spoken of God? They haven't went to church. They don't pray. Well, they pray, but not to God. They've learned through their research the prayer for the deity, what pleases the deity, having an altar in their home for this deity. Like they've done all the research and they haven't had like any bad things to happen to them since since that night where they tried praying to God and all that stuff. They haven't had anything like that to happen to them since they started like following this deity. So yeah, they don't worship God no more. And it's hard to listen to that story and feel sorry for what happened and try almost say, God, I hope God, like bless them. You know what I'm saying? Like call upon God to help them. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to not say that listening to the conversation. So I just had to like bite my tongue on that because I didn't want to like injure anybody by saying it. You know what I'm saying? By even bringing God into the conversation. But even when they spoke on it, they just didn't even say his name. They just like, we don't worship. That's what they do. That's how they did. They just like, we don't worship. We only worship that deity. We're not allowed to pray to or worship. You know what I'm saying? That's how they do it. For fear of severe pain or death, they don't say it. They don't acknowledge God. So yeah. Yeah. So just a quick warning from this story. Because I know a lot of us do deal in crystals and stuff of that nature. A lot of us do, go to these metaphysical shops and stuff like that. All I can say is don't just walk in there picking up shit because it's pretty. Oh, that candle mixed with all those colors is so pretty. Don't, don't, don't do that. That shit could be very fucking dangerous. Like really dangerous, especially if you're going to like a black metaphysical shop because 9 times out of 10, them people actually deal in that type of shit and they can explain it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, after my aunt passed, my balance was off with, my third eye and everything was off for me. And I didn't know how to get it back. And my aunt left some books, but I couldn't like decipher what all everything meant, you know what I'm saying? Because it's basically my calling, but I couldn't decipher all the information that she left behind that I'm supposed to know, you know what I'm saying? So I was basically walking through this shit not knowing how to do it. And because I'm in the area that I'm in, you know what I'm saying? I got out into my area and started looking around and I came across a metaphysical shop. And when I came across the shop, of course, they had, it was a vibe. It was like when I walked in, it was a vibe. You could just feel it. You know what I'm saying? So I walk in and you know what I'm saying, I'm looking through everything and just basically gravitating towards stuff that's calling me. You know what I'm saying? And I go and I grab a couple things, and I go up to the front and I tell the lady, you know what I'm saying, my chakra, everything is off balance. I'm like, I'm feeling off balance. I need to get everything back on balance. You know what I'm saying? And I purchase things for your chakra, right? So I'm like handing her the stuff that I wanted to purchase to try to like get myself aligned, get my third eye strong, my crown chakra strong, trying to get all that back together. And the lady looked me square in my face and she said, baby, it's too late for this. I'm like, what do you mean? She like, this stuff for your chakra, right? I'm like, yeah, I thought that's what it's for. She like, yeah, it's for your chakra. She like, oh, but the stuff that you going through, the stuff that's walking around with you, she like, is way past chakra balance. She like, you need some a little more that's gonna help you. And I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, But she gave me her card. She like, call me the bed. So I got home and couple things that I had bought, like, a chakra necklace and stuff like that. And I come home and I get the stuff and, decide to call the lady. Y'all, the phone call with that lady was so fucking scary, but it made me feel like that's where I was supposed to, she was who I was supposed to talk to. It was scary because it was like she knew, sh- she knew I had a loss of like a very powerful family member. You know what I'm saying? She could tell she was like somebody powerful in your family just passed and knowledge is in the air. And I'm just looking at her ass like, well, not looking, but listening to the phone call, like, what? She like, yeah, you got a lot of knowledge on your hand, don't you? And I'm just like, I don't know. She like, "You got a lot of knowledge on your hand. It's a lot of knowledge in your background." She's like, "But I can help you with that." She like, "Just reach out, you know what I'm saying? Just talk to me and I can help you with that." Ever since that day, y'all, I've been dealing with this lady, and this lady ain't steered me wrong yet. I just recently went back up there to get me a chakra candle. She said, "Now I'm at a place where I can work on my chakra." Y'all, the other shit that before, the shop before I even got to the place of working with my chakra, that lady, whoo, she the real deal. She the real motherfucking deal. Like, she told me I had to purge. She had to help me purge all this like toxic shit that was clouding my third eye and all that. Why I'm talking about when this lady put this shit together, it was like a bunch of herbs and flowers and shit. She told me to bring it home and make a tea out of that shit. She gave me 2 candles and she's like, "This what the candles are for." She said, "Get in a room by yourself. I light these candles, you know what I'm saying, and drink this tea." She was like, "You should be good. This will help purge that shit." And I'm like, "All right, bet." So I bring it home, you know what I'm saying? I make the tea out of it, just like she said, and I drunk the tea. And I got in my meditation area and I'm just sitting there and I'm meditating and you know what I'm saying? And yeah, to me, it felt like I was sitting there meditating probably like 10, 15 minutes. In all actuality, y'all, I sat there 2 hours and didn't even know it. But by the time I did come out of my meditation, I was feeling so nauseous. I jumped up. I was sweating, everything. I called her. I'm like, I'm sick. I'm throwing up. And she was like, "It's supposed to do that. Just, you know what I'm saying? Keep a cold towel on your head." She was like, "That oil that I gave you, put the oil on that towel, put it on your head. It'll help." Man, I put that oil on that towel and put it on my head, y'all. It stopped my head from spinning. I still had the nauseous feeling, but I had a vertigo feeling as well. Like I went on balance, like I was dizzy. It was like I drank so much alcohol I couldn't hold it. Like that's the feeling that I had. But once I put that oil on that rag and put it on my head, it stopped the room spinning feeling. But I still had that nausea feeling. She was like, "You're gonna feel that until you get all the shit up that's toxic, that's clouding your chakra, it's knocking everything off." Y'all, I was sick for like a whole weekend. Like a whole weekend. I can't eat nothing. I just kept drinking water whole weekend. After that, my dreams started to come back to me. And that's something that I noticed. Like I wasn't having dreams. And I couldn't figure this shit out. I was like, why the fuck? Like I would have dreams, but it'd be pieces. And then when I wake up, I couldn't remember them. You know what I'm saying? That's your shit being clouded, like everything being off balance. So I'm just like, what the fuck? But then when my dreams started to come back, that shit started scaring me because it's like for me going from having pictures here and pictures there and then waking up to having like full-fledged movies in my fucking face that I'm watching and seeing happen and understanding what the fuck is going on. It was pretty much like lucid dreaming. That's where I'm at now. Like after that purging and shit, man, and old girl working with me to get my chakra. Now I have like lucid dreams all the fucking time. Like all the fucking time. And that shit is scary, especially for a person that ain't had a dream. Like if you smoke green, I'm pretty sure you can't remember the last time you had like a real dream that you can remember the whole fucking dream out of. Cause all that clouds your third eye, all that clouds, all the shit that you need to be able to see what you need to see. So she helped me purge that shit, y'all. And now my dreams scare the fuck out of me. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night crying because I'm seeing too much. Like when my mama passed, I never dreamt about my mama. I never, you know what I'm saying? Now that I'm purged and all that shit, I dream about my mama all the time. Like me and my mama had talks in my dream. Like we meet at the same place. And there was this park over by Ashley train station. It was this park we used to sit and chill at all the time. And it's like when I have my dreams, that's me and my mama place. Like we meet up at that park and we just sit and talk. Y'all, it's like the craziest shit in the world. I wake up crying every time I have a conversation with her. I wake up crying. But if you ain't having like lucid type dreams, your shit is cloudy. Your shit is blocked, like major. And please believe the food and all that shit that we eat is there to block all that shit. So if you want to open up your mind and see what the fuck really going on, you might want to, you know what I'm saying? Try to purge all that shit out your life, but that shit for real. So that was you guys' story of the night. Thank you so much for joining me for story time. I greatly appreciate it. Sorry to be rambling like that. I wasn't trying to ramble, but it was just on my head. Thank you, Step Step. So that was the last story of the night. Thank you guys for joining me for story time. So based off the tips that I have, I will not be doing story time on Thursday. Hopefully I'll see you guys on Friday. Thank y'all so much. I love you guys. Y'all know my motto: stay safe, social distance, and don't stop the sleeves off a chick unless she earns it. Mwah. Good night.